All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Denonu, and with this video here, we're going to be talking about 12 minutes. So let me hit this play button here.
My name is Jolly, by the way.
They know that.
Oh,
Trying to make these quick. Well, I straight up did forgot though. Oh. Agent 47, why are you killing the family? I'm like waiting for the domestic dispute. Yo, what the fuck happened?
I want to play this so bad.
Smack the booty. Up, James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, William Dafoe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got my money.
That's William Dafoe's, he's the narrator.
Oh, I didn't even peep that. So what is this? That tells you nothing about the game other than just like, are you watching this family?
I already know about it. Behind the scenes. That's dope. I need to, can you mark that real quick? Because I want to make sure that I watch that later.
Yeah.
So, I'll tell you all about it because I know a little bit. So 12 minutes is supposed to be a 12-minute gameplay. So the whole stage is 12 minutes.
Okay.
But there's so many different ways you can play this game. So everything in this game is supposed to be interactive. So you see in this stage, there's no dishes. Yeah. Right? You see there's a knife, there's some spoons, forks, or whatever. And then there's that weird sex scene. Not a sex scene. But so this guy is gonna come into the house, and depending on your choices that you make, he can either kill your wife and you not be there.
Damn.
He can come in and take both of you out and tie you up and probably come back later and kill you. Or he can not show up at all, depending on your choices. You can like lock the door, things like that. You can avoid certain things, but everything gets played over and over again, like over and over again. Like you will always relive this 12 minutes until you find a way to beat this thing.
Okay, so it's like you're replaying the same event, trying to figure out what's the best course of action I can take to not get killed or not get my family killed. Okay.
Exactly. So like every time you see these like cuts, this is something that's happening repeatedly.
Over and over again, like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, like Groundhog Day. So it's okay, well, what if I don't open her present, or what if I don't dance with her? What happens then? Okay, well, fine. What if I dance with her but don't do the dishes? You know, like stuff like that. It takes time. It's like what are you gonna do in this 12 minutes to prepare yourself, but also not freak out your wife because you already know what's happening. So if you
playing the guy, he knows that this other guy's gonna come in?
Yeah, he knows all this stuff. It's like you're the person that's playing it, so you know what's gonna happen. And what you're trying to do is like once it happens the first time, you're trying to avoid it the next time, so that way you can go through it without that happening.
That's a cool idea. That has me intrigued. I will say that. I don't think that's going to appeal to a lot of people though. That's going to appeal to like maybe people like ourselves or like certain people who like those kind of weird kind of experience games. But like just like the mass majority, they're probably gonna put that down and be like, "Oh, this game's too boring," and that's as far as that's gonna go.
You gotta like puzzles. You gotta like puzzles and patterns to enjoy a game like that, like discovery, like that kind of thing. And that's the kind of games that I love. Like I love discovering stuff, and I love puzzles. And especially like if the game is like super interactive, where it's like I'm gonna put the plate in the freezer and see what happens. You know what I mean? It's like this random stuff like that. I need to be able to pick up things. I feel like that's gonna be a game that's gonna be maybe you beat it in a day. You know,
it's definitely gonna
or not even maybe like in a few hours, because if it's 12 minutes. I think I read somewhere that there's so many different possibilities to what would happen because there are so many different combinations of things that you can do, like locking the door or dancing with your wife and not dancing with your wife, opening the gift, not opening the gift, washing the dishes, putting the dishes up. having dinner, not having dinner, letting your wife go to sleep before you, or going to sleep with your wife, like that kind of thing.
Mm.
It's so many different things you can do. And
Yeah,
there's
especially if this is one of those games where um, maybe Agent 47 breaks into your house by any different way. You know, like maybe he doesn't use the front door every time. Maybe if you let your wife go to sleep by herself in the bedroom, you stay out there on the couch. Maybe he comes in the window and tries to kill her, or if they change it up like that where it's completely random, you don't know what he's gonna do.
mm-hmm.
I mean, it has to be scripted because he had, your actions are gonna base or tell his actions what to do essentially. So your actions are gonna drive his, but it's gonna be one of those things where I think a lot of the average people who play this, they're gonna be like, go online, go to GameFAQs, and be like, how do what's the best thing? What do I got to do to make it out alive?
Yeah.
And they're just gonna walk through it and just play it and beat it and let that be that.
I think
yeah,
there's like with games like this, there's always key things to do. Like these set of 5 things will always have this outcome. These set of 3 things will always have this outcome. Okay, for him to come through the window, you need to lock the door every time. If you don't lock the door, he comes in through the front door. Or like for your wife not to get stabbed, you have to let her go into the room, keep the door unlocked. Don't wash, no, keep the door unlocked. Wash the dishes, and that's when he comes in and get you. But spares your life. If you want to beat him, you have to go into the room, lock the window, come out.
Yeah.
Let her go to bed first. Don't do the dishes. Unlock the door. He comes in through the door. You can grab the knife off the table to kill him. Like that kind of.
It definitely looks. Yeah, definitely looks like it's gonna be fun. But is it one of those things where, because if you're playing the guy, and let's say the killer walks through the front door, are you going to be controlling the guy fighting off Agent 47, or is it just going to be like, okay, once the guy gets there, it's hands off and it's just?
I think it's hands off. Like I think with games like this, you're not doing a lot of controls. It's just program stuff. It's like
you're making the decisions of what he does. Okay.
Like Sims, you know what I mean? Like you tell them what to do. Do you choose to dance? Then it's probably one of those selectable options where, since they're talking, you can choose different dialogue options. And then once you choose that option, they get up and do it, and then go through it like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Cause like I didn't even know the killer was a thing. Like when I seen the dead body on when the wife was bleeding, I was like, oh crap, did they get into like a domestic dispute? I was saying that as a joke. And then I was like, oh crap, did he stab his wife? And I thought that it was gonna be a thing, and then the killer came in there with the fiber wire, and I was like, damn, okay, got my interest, game. So you want to play this other one too, just behind the scenes?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
No, if you wanted to. I know you mentioned it before. So
how long is it?
3 minutes.
Yeah, I can play it. Maybe give us a little bit more information.
Okay.
Turn up a little bit.
Comparison a lot. If games were filmed,
you said turn it up.
The black and white silent movie era. In the game world, we're still shooting, killing, scoring, but we're slowly finding that this can go somewhere else.
San Francisco.
It was going to be a short game, and I was doing everything. But then 1 year in, right, the game, it's almost like saying, look, if you go a little bit further, this can get really interesting.
Wait, go back. Pause it when it gets to the game screen.
But then 1 year in, right, the game, it's almost like saying, look, if you go a little bit further.
A little bit more.
Ah, crap, it's gonna mess up every time I switch.
Right there. Look at all the stuff you can click on.
So every one of those white spots is stuff you can interact with?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. You see, the door, you can lock the door. You can. I think there's a peephole on the door, and
Lock
then
the
there.
kitchen window.
Mhm. You got the sink, the dishes, the stove. You have the refrigerator, the wall next to the refrigerator. You got the chairs, the table, the in between the couch seats. So you have so much stuff people can click on in there.
Yeah, it feels like this is one of those things where it's like, okay, you have 6 minutes to set up, and it's like, okay, what do you want to do in that 6 minutes?
Mhm.
And you got to hurry up and do everything.
This can get really interesting.
You know about this? You're involved too?
The man.
You are so naive, such a child.
It's the right thing to do.
No, this is.
It's like every time he expresses himself, I want him to say like, "God damn it, Spider-Man!"
Really looking deep and trying to unpick your actions, you know.
It will be different things for different people. There are so many versions of the story that will either reveal something or show something, and you as the player are revealing how you deal with truth, how you deal with other people's truth.
I just need some time to myself. Come on, babe, please stop it.
12 minutes. It's about a man trapped in a time loop. There's still a narrative you're going through, but they keep repeating.
You just won't listen. You just won't listen. You just won't listen.
This game is something you play, but it's also something you create. You aren't just watching a story unfold. Because I couldn't read the entirety of the script. It was impossible. Because there's so many avenues, you know, and as a performer, that's kind of great.
No, it's not. Look, I didn't mean to. This is never what I wanted.
Particularly because you don't see our faces in it, you really are projecting whatever you're feeling onto the character. There's no facial expressions that are instructing you. Where you go in the game will, I think, depend on you as an individual.
Nowadays, you hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, I don't play games; it's a waste of my time." But you wouldn't say that about a book or a film.
It's because those people are ignorant of what video games can bring.
To get closer to bridging that gap and finding all this granularity in the interaction, right? It's the only one where there's a dialogue between you and the experience, so there's definitely something there. And I think this one is doing it a little bit, right? You're an active participant in this movie you're going through. I think we're slowly coming out of the black and white.
Oh,
Kind of reminds me
so
of
bad.
yeah, kind of reminds me of like old school adventure gaming, where like you just have
Point and click.
a kind of yeah, you know, those old school adventure games where you have just the adventure. You know, they don't tell you the story right away, and you just experience everything for yourself. That's what that kind of reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks really cool though. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play that one when that drops. Let me see. Do they say when that's coming out? No, it just says coming soon to Xbox and PC.
They announced it last year.
Oh, okay. So this isn't something new.
Mm-mm. I haven't heard anything of it for a while. Like I thought it was going to release this year, but geez, like it's been so long. I actually forgot about it until the commercial. I mean, until Gamescom.
Yeah, they sold me on just that voice cast alone. That's damn good.
Yeah, I don't even think that they had like when they announced it, they didn't even say who was voicing anything.
Well, it could be when they announced that they didn't have nothing lined up. Maybe they didn't know who they were gonna,
I don't think they had dialogue lined up. They could have just I thought it was gonna be a completely silent type game where it's just like you hear.
That's what it looked like to me when I saw like the first few seconds of it. It looks like that's what they're going for. But then if you have all of this character in it and you're just playing through the experience, trying to do everything yourself, I can see that being really fun. But for people like us, you know, kids aren't gonna play that shit. They're just gonna be like, oh, it's boring, it's whatever, and they're just not gonna pick it up. But if you're an intellectual person and you like those experiences, then Definitely gonna play it.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna get this day one?
Yeah, if I can. I
Yeah.
would. I would love to get it before day one, but this is definitely day one game of me.
Yeah, you know what we should do?
Well,
We should stream this game. I mean, I don't know how we could do it, but let's say like you do it one time, you get 12 minutes, I get 12 minutes, and we just go back and forth trying different stuff, trying to see what happens.
I'll be cool with that.
Yeah, that sounds like that'd be fun. I don't know how we would make it video wise or anything or make it work, but
I just say one of us scream it, and then we just make choices. Just
yeah,
somebody play it, and then we just all right, like do this, do this, do that.
yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could work. But yeah, we could definitely do that. But all right, YouTube, let me end this video here. And if you guys want us to hear us, or if you guys want to hear us talk about anything, any other video game trailers, movies, review anything, let us know down in the comments below. My name is Denonu.
And I'm Charlie. Peace out, y'all.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.